I'm Sanjukta Mukherjee and I'm an assistant teacher in a private school. Well, regarding tattoo, long time back I never thought I would get one for myself. But then times change and so do people, and maybe I too changed. And I first remember my son coming up to me and asking that he wanted to get a tattoo done. And I said, okay, fine, you can go and get a tattoo done as long as you earn the money to do it yourself. There was a reason why I told him that, because first of all, I didn't know what profession he would choose, whether he would be allowed to have a tattoo or not. And second, he should know the value of money and let him earn something which he really wanted to do it on him, so let him earn it. Well, then I forgot about this incident, and once during a Durga Puja festival, I saw a lady with a beautiful fairy tattoo on her back. I liked it very much, and I really wanted to do a tattoo for myself. And my friends, they said, my neighbor friends, neighbors, they motivated me, why don't you get a tattoo for yourself on the back? You wear those teapot blouses and you look good. I said, okay, let me think about it. But that let me think about it went on for years, and somehow I didn't get it done. And there were some other personal issues I had, and I forgot about it. And then came a time when I started again rediscovering myself, and then I decided, yes, I'm going to get a tattoo done. Somehow one of my students told me that, ma'am, do you know one of our ex-students, Niloy, he has a tattoo studio in the South City, near South City? I said, yeah, that's it. So, okay, let me find out about it. So I did a little inquiry, but still I didn't have the guts or whatever it is to go and, find out the facts and all that. And then I forgot about it. Then we went to Thailand, and we saw everybody getting a tattoo done. And I was brave enough to walk into a tattoo parlor and even chose the design. Then something inside me told me, why not get it done from somebody you know, and somebody you can relate to, somebody who knows you, and somebody who can know what you really want to express. So I just came out of the parlor, returned back to Kolkata, and I said, okay, let me now contact Niloy. And that was a time, I think, in this lizard skin, there was some anniversary offers going on. So I gave a call, and somebody picked up the call, and I asked her, so who owns this studio? Somebody told me, the person told me, it belongs to Niloy. So will you please tell him that Sanjukta ma'am had called? And within a very short time, I got a call back. And I told him, Niloy, I just want to get a tattoo done. He said, why, ma'am, you please come over. I had just decided I wanted a small tattoo on my wrist, because this was the first time I'm doing it. And I also wanted a back small tattoo. So I told him I want something related with my star sign, Aquarius. That is the waves. And I got a beautiful mermaid in the back. So it was Niloy who did it for me. It was a perfect what I wanted. I just told him that this is the thing I wanted, a wave and just a mermaid, and I got the perfect thing done. So I think that is very important, for the tattooist, for him to understand what you want and to get it done. It is a joint venture. Unless we understand each other, I think we won't get the best clear picture. And remember, once we get a tattoo done, it stays with us for life. So that was done, and I was happy. And of course, in school, I was in teaching profession. It was not a very usual thing to get a teacher getting a tattoo done, especially in Calcutta, which was is still now in some ways a conservative city. So I wore some bands here. I wore a high neck dress. So to it, none of the tattoos could be seen. But one or twice, I think my back tattoo did peep out, and I could get my children, ma'am, you got a tattoo done. I said, okay, come on, you concentrate on your studies. You don't have to talk much. Okay, I forgot about it. And then, I got talking with one of my colleagues, Arunita Datto, and we started planning. I said, she was planning something with Rumi. And she said, I want to do a big, tattoo on Rumi. Then I said, why not get me a bigger tattoo for myself? And then my childhood fantasies, my Egyptian fantasies, they suddenly erupted. I suddenly decided I need to get the Nefertiti on my arm. There was a huge connection with Egypt and me. I am a student of history and I'm also a teacher of history, teaching Egyptian history. And I was always very attracted to the Egyptian history, their art, their architecture, and their way of dressing, everything. And I decided that I need to get this tattoo of Nefertiti on my arm. And I sent the picture to Niloy. I said, Niloy, I want this on my arms. He got this clear picture, looked at my skin, and then here is the masterpiece for you all to see. So when I got my Nefertiti done, I had reached that stage in my life where I think I was not answerable to anybody. When a girl is born, she is somebody's daughter, then sister, and then she gets married, she becomes somebody's wife, somebody's daughter-in-law, somebody's sister-in-law, and then she becomes somebody's mother. Obligations and obligations. A woman should do that, a woman should not do this is not the right thing to do. We all, we are following the norms which has been set for us, and maybe we never question, and if we want to question, we are considered as a rebel. So okay, and then I've done all my duties to the best of my capacity, and then a time came when I was all alone. My son was well settled in life, he was living far away, and suddenly I don't know why I felt the need to express myself. Everybody has a different way of expressing themselves, Somebody maybe writes poems, somebody writes something, somebody draws, and suddenly I thought my own arms, I think I use myself as my canvas. And my infatuation with Nefertiti, with Egyptian history, first came out here, as expressed here very well. And then I said, okay, when I have done this, why not do something else? And especially in my age, getting a tattoo done, it was unthinkable. Okay, somehow they tolerated me, and I mean my neighbors, they tolerated me. That here is one woman with a huge tattoo on her hands. Of course, when I went to school, I covered my arms because that was a formal place, and I didn't want to mix my personal life with my formal life. So when I went to school, I was properly dressed in the way since I covered up my arms. It was not visible. And then I got this second tattoo done. That was the limit, for my neighbors. What is this? What are you doing? Then one asked me, can you tell me how much you spent on it? You could have bought a diamond with it. I said, maybe you will look very beautiful with a diamond, but getting a one solitary diamond, and I think this is the better way of expressing myself, and I like it, and I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying getting my tattoo done, and I'm enjoying expressing myself. So somebody asked me, when are you going to stop? I said, I haven't thought about it. Let me donate this arm to the Egyptian history, then we'll think about it. So still people, especially my age, by the way, yes, I am a senior citizen, and it is unthinkable in my age to get tattoos done. And so slowly there are young girls and young boys, they are getting it done, but very few women, I can say, of my age has that much, they can walk up and get a whole sleeves done. Very few. But I hope, seeing me, I inspire somebody to get something to express themselves in whatever way they want to. That is something special, isn't it? Getting a tattoo done and expressing yourself. And here's one thing, you're not answerable to anyone. Why did you get it done? I did it because I wanted to. That should be the thing. I'm not asking you to be a rebel and protest and don't do anything, don't look after your family. It's not that. You can do everything together. It's a normal, getting a tattoo done and leading a normal life. It's nothing strange in it. You just blend in. That's all I need to say.